morning and welcome. You're listening to IntellectualRadio.com. I'm your host, David L. Lowry Jr., and the name of the show is Let the Truth Be Told. Folks, we gonna talk about this show today. It's gonna be centered around a state of emergency and affairs in the black community. I think things have gotten so out of hand that we need to have a call to action meeting from our local people and people out on the street to come together from this point, because the rage is on and we need to understand how to deal with this. And today we're going to talk about the solutions and not the problem. You're listening to IntellectualRadio.com. I'm your host, David L. Lowry Jr., and the name of the show is Let the Truth Be Told. Let the truth be told. I would rather for you to hurt me with the truth than comfort me with a lie. See you in a second.
Moment, truth be told, cause I'm married to it. If it ain't the truth, man, I don't wanna do it. Real love, be official. It bear forgiveness and it be sacrificial. I'm married to the truth. I'm married to the truth. I'm married to the truth. Yeah, I'm married to the truth. I'm married to the truth. What? Come on. I'm married to the truth. You're always there for me. And I know that you care for me.
And welcome back. You're listening to IntellectualRadio.com. I'm your host, David L. Lowry Jr., and the show is Let the Truth Be Told. First, I want to give all praises to God and my Lord and Savior, Yahshua, for making it possible for me to be here. And I also want to welcome my first-time listeners, my Facebook Live listeners, and my regular listeners. Good morning to everybody. With no further ado, I got to make an introduction of my host, my right-hand man, in this endeavor to tell the truth. What's going on this morning, Coach?
What's going on, brother? Hey, you already know what's going on, man. It's another day, and we still in the fight, and the battle is on.
Well, every week that transpires or that goes by, new things and new actions happen in the black community, surrounding issues in the black community. And a lot of us don't pay attention to it if it's just not put in our face. I want to commend Brother T.O. Hardiman for the work he did with Greg Livingston and some of the other personalities for shutting down Lakeshore Drive. And I'm saying this, all of us have a role to play in this endeavor to change our community. All of us, no matter what walk of life that we are from, that we need to pay attention and open our eyes to exactly what's happening right now. Because as we go on each week, we come out here and the problems are before us. It's time that we get into the same room and start talking about solutions. What you think, Coach?
Well, first of all, Dave, what we need to do is a lot of things that we need to address now is, to me, safety for the black women.
Yes.
Because it got so vicious out here where we have to start standing up and protect our black women. We have to. So all the black women who are out here and who are listening to the show, what we mean when we say protect the black women, because for some reason it's a facade where you got this everybody thinking, oh, there's not no good black men no more, and they don't care, and they downing us, but that's not true.
Not at all.
What we need to do, black men and women, is start coming together, because it's not getting no better. It's actually getting worse. And when I say stand up, protect the black women, you're the queen, and it won't be no queen without no king. So we got to stand side by side in that, Dave.
That's what I'm talking about.
We have to stand side by side. We got to stop this fighting, this bickering, this I'm this and I make the most money and I'm this, because that's all divide and conquer.
Well, and saying that, Coach, too, there was a lot of things that went on, and I was honored last Saturday to be at this. It was an event,
The
the forum for a community.
Mhm.
Now, we always talk about things and we point fingers at everybody. You know,
Mhm.
this show is let the truth be told, and even I'm going to tell the truth if it hurts me sometimes. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
And so it's about keeping it real so that we can really understand what the thoughts of the minds of our children are that are actually committing the crimes. And so last week I was honored to be an OG and to sit at the forum last week,
Mhm.
and all the heads of the organizations. I'm not talking about I'm not talking about guys who say that they know about the organizations. I'm talking about OGs that started the whole thing back in the 50s and 60s.
Mhm.
They were there. All of them, from the Stones, Disciples,
Mhm.
Vice Lords. I mean, all these guys was in one room together.
Mhm.
And they sat at the head of the table, and we had a forum going, and it was our young people. See, sometimes we look at situations and we can make decisions on those situations without knowing what the actual problems are.
Mhm.
And so at this forum, we had young people, the young guys that was on the streets, the young sisters that's out there, no matter what street organization that they represented, they was at that forum and they gave us the ideas of what's happening to them and how we could stop all the killings.
Mhm.
This is what they said. They talked about how a lot of our young brothers and sisters out here, they so tired of the killings. They tired too of seeing their friends die. They tired of the drug dealing and the hustling.
Mhm.
They tired of the police killing us. They tired of the police running them down and treating them like they're animals in the wild. These young brothers and sisters are tired of the bullshit.
Mhm.
Their comments at this forum was all of our brothers, our uncles, our cousins are locked up. We need the men, the real brothers,
Mhm.
to come out here and stand with us, teach us, show us how to do things, show us how to become entrepreneurs,
Mhm.
show us how to create economic wealth. These out of the mouths of babes.
Mhm.
They're tired. They're looking for us. They're looking for guidance from us. Our children, they said it's only a few people, cliques, that's doing the killing. But they said they are ready to shut that shit down if we come out and support them and help them and show them how to change the dynamics. Show them how to take the money that they got and go down to the clerk's office and buy property in the community in the Gold Coast. Show them how to create businesses. Just show them. They were begging.
Mhm.
We just wish somebody would come and stand with us and show us how to be men, because we have not been taught on how to be men. We have not been shown the way of what a man should do. We didn't have the grab. They didn't have the grab like I had the grab when I was growing up in Inglewood, and I was crazy as hell, and I would have did anything that I wanted to do. Somebody cuffed me and said, "Brother, hold up now."
Mhm.
It wasn't the police.
No.
It was them brothers, the street organizations, them GDs, them vice lords. Wherever I went, them brothers accepted me and said, "Hold up, brother.
Mhm.
You're the future. You're our future, and we need you to be educated. We need you to understand that the only way that we can make changes is to change from within."
That's right.
So what I'm saying today is this: we can stop the shootings. We can stop all the killings. We can stop all the drug dealing, because a lot of our kids, they need psychiatric help.
Mhm.
They need medical attention.
Mhm.
They need places to stay. They need to understand that we out here. Because from right now, what they see, they don't see us.
Mhm.
They hear us. They hear us talking on the news. They hear us talking out and about at different forums. They hear us talking, but ain't nobody taking no action to come and actually sit down with them and say, brother, let me cuff you. Let me tell you how to do something. Let me show you how to do something.
Mm-hmm.
That's all they looking for. So all y'all brothers out here, I'm telling you, put that bullshit to the side. We really gotta understand that our children need us. They crying for us. They asking us now to say, because see, we having all these forums about shutting the lake down. That's cool. That's cool. We shutting the city down. That's cool too. But you got to consider who you're doing it with. You consorting with the enemy. So let's get back to basics, man. Y'all brothers that's for real in the struggle, inbox me on Facebook. Go to www.livinganddrivingwhileblack.org, man. Leave your name and your number. We're gonna put together a real forum to where we're going to invite these young people back, and we're going to give them the solutions that we have that they seeking for. Y'all real brothers. You know, I said this before. Y'all brothers out here, y'all be Facebook gangsters and y'all be doing this and that. Y'all don't really understand the game. This is a real situation to where black people are being conditioned to die, and we're headed down the slippery slope with no hope to being incarcerated again. It might not be you today, but it might be somebody you know tomorrow. Inbox me. We're going to put a real forum together. I'm going to invite all the candidates, but I'm also going to invite all the brothers and sisters out there that's down on the streets, that's living in cars, that don't know what to do. Some of the kids was even scared to come to the event because they were scared to run into somebody who they had beef with.
Mm-hmm.
So we came up with the idea to create safe zones where brothers, I don't care what clique you from, you can come to that zone and sit down and use some conflict resolution.
With the heads.
Sit down with us. Let us sit down and solve these problems. Ain't nothing too big that people, real men, can't talk about.
Dave, you know, we also have to keep in mind, due to the fact that it's propaganda with the media.
It's a lot of that.
All the media does is portray us in a negative light. The only thing you always see on the news, I start looking at the news because it's constantly, the first thing you look at on Channel 7 or Channel 9 is, after the weekend, is how many black folks got shot.
Exactly.
How many black folks did a smash and grab, or how many black folks did. It's always us. Or how many people did some crazy stuff. Let's say it like that. They want to make it seem like we're the savages, when in actuality, we're not.
Well, you
They
know
never
what?
Could you tell me one weekend that you can remember that they've put on there and actually said, well, this weekend there was no killing in the black neighborhood. This weekend there was no crime in the black neighborhood. That's the media that's portraying us like that, Dave. That's not the reality, though.
That's not reality.
That's not the reality. The reality is just what you just said. And what you addressed was the fact that what leadership? Our black youth are dying and begging to be heard, for us to stand up as black men and women. We're not excluding no women, so don't y'all women call the phone and start, cursing me out, because this is not Steve Harvey's show.
No, this ain't Steve.
So y'all be calling us during the weekend, Coach, you and Dave, y'all down talking, and because we said you got red hair and pink hair, we're looking in the mirror.
Skittles.
Green, we call you Skittles. So you get mad when we say that, but we not that. We just telling you how you really look. See, the show is called Let the Truth Be Told for a reason. Everybody not gonna like the truth, Dave.
Everybody ain't gonna like it, Coach.
And they don't like it. But that's not our fault, because we're gonna still give it to them anyway.
Well, and this is why I'm probably the oldest show here at Intellectual Radio. Earl brought me in a long time ago, and I thank Earl all the time for giving me a platform to be able to say what I need to say. Sometimes I'm fiery, I say a few hot words, but I want you to feel me.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I say it. I want you to feel me, because we can't wait no longer.
No.
We can't sit around. We can't wait. I heard some brothers say we can't wait for Jesus to come out the sky riding a horse and all that kind of stuff.
Dave, can I address that since you just
Yeah, go ahead, hit that.
let me tell y'all about this thing that y'all call Jesus. In 1555, there was a white English missionary, John Hawkins. What this man did, he came to Africa, to Sierra Leone, if y'all know what that is. That's a part of Africa. It was 2,000 black people out there on the lake. He said, well, what I need y'all to do, all those who want to be set free, just come with me. Out of the 2,500 stood up. So hey Dave, you always gotta have some Uncle Toms.
Right. You gotta have
2,500 stood up. He said, well, come on, go with me. We're gonna walk to the shore. When they got to the shore, Dave, first what he told them was, I have a new religion for you. Because people don't realize religion is man-made.
It's man-made.
When they got to the shore, guess what was waiting for them at the shore, Dave? A ship. They found everybody in single file, the men and the women. The first two that they logged, because they logged you back then, because you weren't considered property.
You was
cattle.
property, right.
The first two in the log was Adam and Eve. But guess what the name of the ship was, Dave?
What?
It was the good ship Jesus. See, the letter J wasn't even invented for all you super Christians and all you super, because you still got the brainwash thing in your mind, because you know that the preacher who learned how to preach was behind the Englishmen who called themselves missionaries, because we always take our guards down and believe what he tell us. When he first came there, we had the land. Next thing we know, when we looked up, he had the land and we had the book. So all y'all could call us now. Give them the number again, Dave.
708-223-8953.
We can go back and forth on this issue.
Yep.
You can debate us on this issue. But I've been studying for 35 years. See, y'all think we just get on the show and just tell y'all something that we just saw on the internet.
No, they ain't what's
It don't go like that. We've been doing this for a lifetime. And somebody got to let the truth be told. So when we hit you with the facts like this and give you their name, you can look it up yourself.
Right, John Hawkins.
John Hawkins, 1555, Shoreland, Africa. When them people got on that ship, so when you hear them talking about Dave, oh, Jesus coming to save me. They talking about the ship. That's what they talking about. They ain't talking about no spook coming out no cloud from cloud 9 that's gonna come down in a white robe with wings. Because Red Bull got wings, Dave. We ain't talking about none of that, man. That's never gonna happen. So all y'all that's waiting on somebody to come out all of a sudden, because everybody telling you and scaring you, talking about, this is the end of the world. The world's gonna blow up. But Jesus
been in it for a long time.
Been in it for a long time. I remember in 1999 when Prince said this is gonna be the last. And
this is it.
And look where we at now.
2018.
2018. So 1999 in passed. You still ain't seen no man come out the sky floating on wings.
No.
Hey, can I say this one thing too?
Yeah,
because all y'all, you might be mad at me. I don't care. But you being brainwashed and believing this mythical thing that somebody gonna come out the sky and save you. That's not gonna happen. Just because you got the big Benz at the church and you park in front of the front door next to the pastor.
Don't you start, boy.
Hey, Dave.
Don't you start.
I gotta let them know. I'm just gonna tell them anyway. Ain't none of that gonna happen. I don't care how close you get to the pastor car and how close you sit up to him next to the church. He's still taking your money. So all y'all, we got to pay our tithes and we're going to go to heaven a little quicker than y'all because you'll sit behind me in church. Well, ain't none of that shit going to happen. Ain't nobody gonna come out no sky and save you. Ain't nobody gonna wait till you die for no heaven. You better get your heaven right here on earth.
You preaching, boy.
That's where you gonna get it at,
for real.
because they getting their heaven on
right
earth.
here.
Right here. Ain't no doubt. You tell me, call in right now.
708-223-8953.
You let me know which one of your aunties, uncles, nieces, nephews, whatever, died and came back and told you I went to heaven and I was at the pearly gates and they opened the gates to let me in. It's not gonna happen.
Man, Coach, that's true. That was never any J in the alphabet.
No.
The Greeks made the J to Jesus.
And
it was Yahshua.
The blacks invented the alphabet.
Blacks invented the alphabet.
We've invented alphabet. We've invented math. We invented geometry. We've been to space before. Y'all got the game twisted, man. You better wake up.
Well, you know, that's the reason why that our children are sort of screwed up right now. And I keep coming back to this because it was heartfelt for me. See them kids out there saying, we need y'all. Look, we're waiting. You know, we're waiting like a kid for Christmas for y'all just to come and help us and show us. And so we have to change their mindset about the reality of what's actually happened. And some of the old people need to change their mindset too, because you haven't made it yet. You can't be secure in your job. You can't be secure in nothing that you do, because if you're working for somebody else, it could be gone tomorrow.
Today.
And so we have to get off all this materialistic gain.
That's right.
Just like you said on the last show, Bill Gates don't walk around in $10 gym shoes, $6 pants, $3 shirts, and a bank account full of money. They own everything that they can touch.
That's right.
Black people, we don't own nothing. And I say it all the time, and I say it redundantly because I'm steady saying to my people, inbox me. Y'all know where I'm at. You can call the number. If you serious, come on, man. We got to start doing something to make a difference, especially in our community. Mm-hmm. We got to stop procrastinating, man.
State of emergency, Dave.
It is a state of emergency right now. You know, we got people shutting down highways, and I love that. Everybody got a job to do. Mm-hmm. We all have a job to do in this war that we need to try to make some headways in right now. Mm-hmm. As a warrior, I go out and I can meet with these young people, and I understand them. Everybody can't do that. But one thing for sure is that we cannot be afraid of our own children. Yep. That's what the media has done. They have made older Black people so scared of their own kids that they looking the other way. Yep. They looking like, well, it's not my son. My son is in college and he's doing good.
And he's in Harvard.
And when he get to Harvard and when the white folks are beating on him, he just gonna take it and accept it because he's trying to hold up the honor of what you think, and then they're gonna downplay his manhood.
Dave, you know what another thing is a major downfall in the Black community right now, brother? And I you know, y'all can get mad, you can call in and I
708-223-8953.
What y'all gotta understand what the brother Minister Farrakhan is telling y'all is us as Black men, it's time for us to stand up.
Yes.
It's time for us to stand up and not be afraid to die. So you have to not be afraid to die in order to live, because you're walking around in a daze and you're scared. Fear by itself will stop you from succeeding in life. Just imagine if you just take all the fear away. Like, look at a child. A child don't have no fear because they don't know what they're scared of.
It don't know it.
See, fear is something that's been put in your mind and brainwashed you when you got older to be, I can't do that, I'm afraid.
The fear of success.
The fear of success is what's holding us back, Dave.
Yep.
So we need to get rid of the fear and stand up and be kings again, and stand up and be queens again, and stop believing in make-believe, because make-believe not going to get you nowhere. This is reality. These are our children that's dying on a daily basis. They're killing women. They're kidnapping women. They're kidnapping boys. They're kidnapping men. And what they're doing is they're stealing the body parts.
Yes.
So the things that we telling y'all is real.
It's real.
Know it might sound scary,
but it's real.
But it's real.
We got to watch your kids right now, man, because, you know, and these young people that's out here on the streets, They're aware of that. They're not dummies, believe me.
Yep.
They're far from it.
Yep.
They just don't understand the system and how to maneuver in it, man. But America is wicked. They're kidnapping kids, trying to get their body organs to sell on the black market, man.
This is the Roman Empire.
And so they see the
All
stuff
over,
going
man.
on, but they can't convey it to us because they don't know what to do. I'm sure they see a lot of their friends get abducted and they think it's another gang, rival gang, to grab somebody, throw them in the car. No, those are white men with black faces painted. Kidnapping and selling your kids. So we need to understand that we have to right now. We have to stand up and protect our community,
we
man.
need to stand up also as far as the parents is at home. You need to start setting some kind of curfew because it's serious.
Know where your kids
we
is
need
at.
to know your neighbor who next door, because you know, they're the ones who you reach over the gate and get a plate from.
Right.
Them same ones. Tell them, hey man, have you seen little Sally or little Johnny or Ray or Ricky? Or if you see them, you tell them I said get home. Now they think we wrong there when we tell them and share that we came from Inglewood and let them know the fact that the community used out for each other.
They looked out for each other. Everybody looked out for each other.
Your mother down the street would say, hey, you supposed to be at home. You better get home. Stop being scared to tell your neighbor's children, hey, you need to go home. It's dark outside. I be seeing the youth, man. I'm talking about 5-year-olds.
Small kids.
Out on the streets late at night. It's dark. What y'all doing out? Where your mom?
See? And when the kid come missing, they're going to be gone because...
Then it's an Amber Alert.
Yes, it is.
No,
it is.
We need to start waking up, man, because it's serious.
Well, you know... You just got to be able to communicate with each other. You know, all y'all people living on these blocks, you living in buildings, get out to know your neighbors and start talking. Start talking about things that's going on in your community. You have aldermen there. You have precinct captains. I mean, we have to start getting the lines of communication open. This is a solution show. We trying to give some solutions. Call in 708-223-8953 and give us some solutions. We're not just talking about it, and we doing it, so we want to know what you think. We need to get the understanding because we know things were one way, but there's people out there that have their own ideas who can contribute to what we're doing, and we come together and implement. But the block club is one of the most important things because you take neighbors who are just close strangers and you put them in the same room and they start to dialogue about what's going on with them.
That's right.
They start to talk about, if I'm having a problem with my child, you know, we need to talk about as a community how we can help them.
Dave, let's stop using that word picnic. Because let me give you the history on the word picnic. In Tulsa, Oklahoma, the word picnic actually meant pick a nigga. And what they would do every weekend, the white folks would go and get a black person, lynch them, castrate them,
and burn them.
In front of each other. And they would clap. That's what they thought about you.
It was a show.
I don't want you to forget your history. You need to know your history, black folks, because stop using them slave mentality words, picnic. No, how about going to a cookout or outing?
A gathering.
Picnic is not the word you need to use unless you know what it really means. See, y'all think we trying to talk down on you. No, we trying to talk up.
Yeah, we trying to educate y'all, man, because, you know, we don't have to live like this. You know, I all week long,
living in fear, man.
I look at all the things that's going on across the country, man, and I try not to, you know, let that get in my spirit, you know, because a lot of things I see that's happening and a lot of things could be avoided if we use the proper techniques to ward off a situation with the police. Man, when police come in our community, especially white police, let me say this. At the end of the shift, each shift, white officers are in the locker room and they're saying to their comrades that we in a jungle. And we're going to see what we can kill or capture today. So their intentions are to kill somebody or to lock somebody up or to beat somebody up. And so knowing this situation, we have to always remain calm and diplomatic. You don't want them to be your judge, jury, and executioner. And now I know some cases, Black people haven't done nothing and lost their lives. But we have to become more conscious when we are dealing with this animal, because this is a vicious animal. He doesn't care about nothing but his own. He would eat his own if he had to. He is a vicious animal that all he wants to do is destroy, lie, steal, kill, and keep multiplying. He's afraid that his race is about to die out. So now he's really taking tactics to kill Black people, the true kings and queens of the world, and try to save and recreate his race again. He's going through one of the Hitler moments.
That's right. That's what it is.
You know, and there was a lot of things that Hitler did. The real reason why the World War was being fought, because they wanted the jewel. And see, the jewel was not a material thing. The jewel was Black people. Hitler was upset that America was doing what they was doing to Black people, because Hitler realized that it wouldn't have been a Germany if it hadn't have been to Africa.
That's right.
And that's why he went to the ethnic cleansing of getting the Jews, because they were the ones who were going to different countries and taking over. He just didn't say, oh, wake up one morning and say, oh, well, I'm going to kill the Jews. He woke up one morning and say, the Africans was right. We need to cleanse and make a pure race. The only reason why they were saying that was because Africa was a pure race.
Let it go, Dave. Let it go. Let them have it.
And so that's why we need to understand propaganda. The propaganda is this: America, a lying, cheating, thieving, killing, murderous country, don't want us to know and don't want our children to know. That's why they closed the schools and open them up so the white teachers could come in and start teaching inferiority to our children, that they're the superior race. That's what this is all about. It's capturing their minds. They're not teaching our children that they can grow up to be doctors and lawyers. They're teaching our children that they can go get a job at Burger King.
Or be a basketball player.
Or be a basketball player. Or a rapper. Or cut hair. In the meantime, in between time, they teaching their children to become engineers, doctors, lawyers, law enforcement, judges. They're opening doors for their children to succeed them. But we're not doing that. We left our children stranded on the road. And they calling for us.
Time to get them, Dave.
We got to come get them. We ain't got no more excuses. Because I'm telling you, I heard it right from their mouths. It didn't come from what somebody else said, or I didn't hear it from what somebody told me. I heard it directly from the children who asking for our help. So in saying that, Coach, we're going to come back. There's a lot of other things we want to discuss. I want to discuss this NFL thing with Colin Kaepernick. This young brother have taken it on the chin for us. He been blackballed in the NFL. And we're going to talk about how we need to support him in this endeavor. So in the meantime, in between time, you're listening to IntellectualRadio.com. I'm your host, David L. Lowry Jr. Call a friend and let them know. We on the show. Share it. Kick it off. We'll be back in a second.
Come on. JD on the track. It's your boy Preacher. Yeah. True. Come on. Hey. True. Hey. True. I'm married to the truth. I'm married to the truth. Married to the truth. there for me. And I know that you care for me. You're always down for me. You're always there to pick me up. You quenched my thirst when I was thirsty. I feel like Lord, please have mercy. Man, homie, what I'm feeling only, cause it's the truth that shape and mold me. Truth be told, cause I'm married to it. If it ain't the truth, man, I don't wanna do it.
And welcome back. You're listening to IntellectualRadio.com. I'm your host, David L. Lowry Jr. And the show is that the truth be told. Now, I'm on a quick side note before we get into the next conversation.
Mm-hmm.
You know, last time we was in the studio, you know, I was talking about my sisters, and I love black women. I do. I ain't never slept outside my race. I've always been with black women. But I had to let my queens know that it's time for y'all to be real queens again. That's all I was saying.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't degrading you. I'm just saying our sisters need to be cognizant of what's going on in our community.
Mm-hmm.
We have to stop looking for ways to continue this facade in our minds that our women don't need the men. We need each other. Black women, y'all need black men. Black men, y'all need black women. That's been the divide and conquer. Is once you were able to divide the black man and the black woman, that's how they conquer us. Because our sisters running around thinking they don't need men, and the white man running around saying, you right, but we gonna take your son. We gonna take your daughter. No, y'all don't need no men to protect you. All y'all need is y'all job and your money. But we gonna let y'all have kids that's so undisciplined that we gonna steal them and they're gonna become part of the system. And so I wasn't being degrading, but I'm trying to give a wake-up call. Women, y'all gotta be women again. And not only that, stop letting other people and their ideas dictate how you should actually think.
Mm-hmm.
Black women have always been the backbone in the black community. We need y'all.
That's right.
We fight enough on the front lines every day as black men out here. We go through so many stuff. We go through things that our black women, y'all see us out here fighting, trying to keep employment, trying to create businesses, trying to raise our children, trying to work with you to raise our children just because we ain't together.
That's right.
Y'all can't let this society separate us. Y'all cannot keep black men from y'all kids. Y'all black women know who y'all are. Y'all mad because the man didn't stay with you and went somewhere else. Now you want to hold his kids hostage.
Mm-hmm.
Them children need that father. They need some kind of father figure. So I'm just asking the sister to wake up. Look at around you and look at what this society is doing and separating you from your men. And I'm asking my brothers, y'all have to be real men.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all have to take care of our sisters.
Yep.
Y'all got to protect them. You got to protect your children.
Mm-hmm.
It means you got to be responsible.
Mm-hmm.
You can't be out here lollygagging around, got a $2,000 car and put a $5,000 system in it and then $5,000 worth of rims on it. You wasting money.
Mm-hmm.
I said in the shows, take some of that money and start investing into the community. Go buy the lots at the clerk office. Go down there, you can get a lot for
$1.
Then you can turn around and get the grant money and build what you want to build.
Mm-hmm.
This is about solutions.
Stop letting them come to our neighborhood and just taking them. They buying
Because
right up under your nose.
The white folks is buying up properties in these areas that they see. They created this cycle of killing.
Mm-hmm.
Because once they realized that they got the black man out the house and they stole our children because they think that they can't survive, they put fear in them. And so that's why they're killing each other. Once they were able to do that, now they're coming back into the area with taxpayers' money, calling the regentrification
Right.
and buying the properties up, and moving black people out to the suburbs.
Mm-hmm. Where they used to be.
Where they used to be, and we ran out there after them.
Thinking we done made it. Mama, I made it.
So I'm saying,
I got a yard.
To the athletes. I'm finna switch gears right now.
Come on with it. You want to get with Colin Kaepernick now?
We finna get with Colin Kaepernick right now.
Y'all need to hear this.
Okay.
Y'all on Facebook Live, y'all need to hear this.
To my brothers and sisters out here, all y'all black athletes in the NFL, in the NBA, in the NHL, because we got a few brothers in hockey.
You know, we started hockey though.
Yeah, well, I know we did.
They don't let you.
Black people don't know that.
It's a book called Black Ice.
But what I'm saying to our athletes, and I want to commend LeBron James.
Oh yeah, we got to.
I got to talk about LeBron James because LeBron James have stepped out of the boundaries of just being an athlete. He stepped into the world of greatness.
That's right.
Like Muhammad Ali.
That's right.
LeBron James have said, and I love this brother for saying it. He said, I see what's going on. I'm conscious. I'm so big now, I'm not worried about the Jews who might work with me because I'm finna get rid of them and do my own stuff.
That's right.
So I'm gonna start opening schools up. I'm gonna give free tuition. He's giving away, he's doing something that all you other black athletes need to do. You need to follow his lead now. Because if it had not been for Muhammad Ali, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Jim Brown, O.J. Simpson, and all Arthur Ashe.
No, we're gonna take O.J. out of there.
No, we got to give his props now.
No, O.J. wasn't. No, I remember. I remember the struggle.
Right.
O.J. Do you remember? It's a book. I got a book.
But I understand. But we're gonna talk about that.
Yeah, because O.J.
The reason why I'm saying O.J. is O.J. broke the barrier for black people to start getting into broadcasting.
Yeah, but he said he wasn't really black folks. I'm just O.J.
Well, I understand that, but see, God sometime will take a vehicle.
That's right.
He'll take a vehicle that he means for bad, but it turned out for good.
Right.
Because all the other black athletes who stood up, O.J. was able to say that, but at the same time, he was breaking barriers because his running style and the white folks accepted him.
That's right.
Then every white football owner went looking for him, a black man, to run the ball. Whether he wanted to be a catalyst for change or not, he was.
Kudos to Jane Kennedy. She was the first black
woman.
That's right.
And see, so our black athletes have a platform that they can stand on and change the dynamics in our communities. See, the slave masters don't want y'all to know that they need y'all. They can't run the show if you don't play.
That's right.
If you all got together collectively and go on strike. The NFL was on strike one time, wasn't it?
Yeah.
The NFL went on strike, if y'all didn't know, and I was a product of the strike because I played in the USFL.
You know what the NFL stands for, Dave?
Niggas for life.
No. Not niggas for life. The NFL stands for not for long.
And so our athletes, man, y'all could change this overnight. Because y'all could take y'all money,
pull it together,
and put it together and come home in all the major cities and do what LeBron is doing.
That's right.
Y'all can start buying schools up. Come on, man. Look at all the athletes in Chicago. Look at all the actors. Y'all brothers can set the tone. Y'all can set the tone to buy the properties, open up the schools, open up banks.
You got degrees.
Y'all got degrees. Y'all can do that. Y'all need to come back. Y'all need to understand that we need y'all. Look at every other race. Look at the boy down south, J.J. Ryder, whatever his name is, that played with Houston. When the flood hit down in Houston, he raised millions and millions of dollars to help Houston, especially the white community. And our black athletes gave millions of dollars to a white man to help renovate a city that's owned by white folks.
Mm-hmm.
Why can't y'all put millions of dollars back into your own black community and create the economic wealth and development that need to happen?
Hurricanes hit down in New Orleans. They didn't.
Our black athletes didn't do all of that.
Nope. A couple of rappers, because they still lit down there. That was it.
In New Orleans, still underwater.
Still, yeah, right now.
So if you take the platform that LeBron took,
Mm-hmm.
I guarantee you, it'll change. There's organizations out here that you can sit down with. And I see my brother Mark Aguirre, Derrick Rose, all y'all brothers, y'all grab this, man. Call me, 708-663-5262. Call me. Because we in the right position right now to make the change. We just need your support.
Yeah.
Stop putting your money into white ventures. Stop wasting your money on Lamborghinis and stuff. Well, you can buy what you want to buy, but put something back into where you came from. Don't let these white folks fool you. They put money in their communities.
Because your money will be gone before you know it, Dave.
Man, please.
They never put on there how many athletes lost all that money who had millions. I'm talking about $100 million contracts and all that. You don't hear nothing else from them no more.
That's because as soon as you get all that money, don't y'all athletes know that if y'all got a bad agent, especially if y'all got some Jews, you might end up broke.
You're going to end up broke.
Because you got to watch your money. Yeah. You got to quit letting your money being doled out to the United Way. And I'm not saying that's a bad charity, but I'm saying come back home and give it to the Living and Driving While Black Foundation that's out here. Some people that ain't going to lie, cheat, and steal, that's going to help you and do the right thing. Y'all can check my record on what I do. But our people need y'all. LeBron, thank you. Brother, you can reach me anytime. I'd love coming to Cleveland and sit down with you and we talk about strategies. Because y'all brothers can take the community back. That's what Muhammad Ali did. He was here in Chicago. They came after Ali because Ali was opening up black businesses in Chicago. He was part of the Nation of Islam, and they was pissed off at him because when he got to the top of the world, he became black.
Yep.
When he was Cassius Clay, and he was boxing at the Olympics, he won the gold medal, and then he came home, and he couldn't even eat in a restaurant with white folks in his own hometown
had to go in the back door
of Louisville, Kentucky. An Olympic boxing champion for the United States of America could not even eat or come in the front door of the town that he was born and raised in to buy food.
Because of the wrong color skin, Dave.
He took his gold medal and threw it in the river.
Sure did.
And once he got to the pinnacle of his life, he started to come back to the black community.
That's right.
So what I'm saying to you brothers, man, take what you got. Be in control of your own destiny. Stop letting white folks count your money and stop letting Negroes acting like white people.
That's right.
Did you hear what I said? Stop letting Negroes who acting like white people count your money.
That's right.
Because that same Negro is the one that will steal you blind
right in front of your face
and have you broke. So LeBron, man, I love you, brother, man. You reach out for me. If you happen to grab it, man, somebody know LeBron, 708-663-5262. Have him to call David Lowry Jr.
We appreciate you, brother.
With the Living and Driving While Black Foundation. We appreciate you. We appreciate brothers like Magic, too. Even though Magic, you know, when Magic, my boy, you know what I'm saying? But Magic doing some things.
Yeah.
And we need to, you know, real brothers like that need to meet other real brothers, because if they are given an opportunity, because I want a LeBron, I want a Magic, I want a Derrick Rose. Derrick Rose, you from Chicago, you from Inglewood. I grew up on 5618 Carpenter. You know, your mother know my grandmother, Eloise Barton. You know what the brothers is going through. Brother, you got to come back and give it real brothers and make the change. We need y'all. Come back. Let's do something together with the real brothers. I want to send a special thanks to Don Dirt. Don Dirt is a pillar in the black community. He is out here on the ground floor. I want to thank that brother and all the rest of the brothers last week for recognizing me. That meant a lot to me. You know, getting awards and frivolous awards, getting awards from Jesse Jackson them, and getting awards from people to, you know, and all of us do what we do.
Jesse gave you an award?
No, he never gave me that.
Oh,
he gave some other people awards.
I misunderstood you.
No, he ain't giving me. but getting, you know, I got awards before. When I was the president of NAACP.
Did Jesse give you one?
No, he never gave me that.
Oh, okay. I just thought I wanted to make sure.
You know, and when I was with Sharpton, I got awards for work I've done and stuff like that, man. But I think the award that I got and the honor that I received last weekend from the brothers on the streets, that meant so much to me because, you know, they out here on the front line. They trying to change it.
That's right.
You know, and for them to honor me like that, man, it was, to me, it's one of the, it's right up there to, like, you know, having my kids, you know what I'm saying?
That's right.
You know, coming from the place I came from, I was able to rise up and make changes and create a lot of men out here. I got a lot of men, sons out here, not just in Chicago, but I got a lot of sons all over the country that I went to college who came through my household. God blessed me to be an influence in their lives, and they done went to college, they got families, and they doing the right thing. So we don't get to see them. My nephew Tony out there in California just had a new baby. You know, congratulations on that. You know, he was right under me. He was taught, you know, all the Lowrys, you know, somebody in our household taught our young men how to be men. So I want to congratulate him on a new son, a new leader that was born. You know what I'm saying? I want to
congratulate all those who in my 20 years of coaching high school sports, all those who made it.
Yes.
All those who listened to me back then and still come and give back.
Yes.
In my career of coaching high school, and not just the coaching part and not just the sports part, but the part that you go and you win, you got you some kind of degree.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then you came back, you took care of your family.
Yes.
And I want to commend all you guys, and y'all know what I'm talking about. So keep up the good work.
So any black athlete out here, you have a name no matter whether you're retired or not. You still have a name. And I saw that brother Mark Aguirre, and I was touched by him because Mark grew up in Chicago.
What's that?
He's a Chicagoan. And Mark, if you're out there, man, call me. I want to sit down and talk with you.
Mark got a show here.
Yeah, I got it.
Right,
he got a show here, Earl?
Yeah.
Man, I need to talk to Mark.
He got a show here.
You know, yeah, I'm gonna call him that because we need to understand brothers out here.
Mark, I'm gonna call you by your nickname, Draws. I remember you, brother, when you was, you know, with West Side. That was his nickname.
Okay. But all you athletes, man, y'all older athletes, man, whether we're playing active or not, need to get together, and we need to start communicating because we can be the catalyst to change in the black community. And we don't have to keep waiting for white folks to free us. And we don't have to keep waiting for this welfare. We can create economics, man, where black people don't even have to do that and give them their money back. And then we can become a nation within a nation.
Can I let the listeners know one thing about the welfare game?
Yeah, go on.
First of all, the welfare system, whether we know it or not, black folks, there are more white folks on welfare than black.
Sure is.
So it's propaganda. They want you to think that, oh, well, all the black folks, you don't have no job, you don't have no desire, you don't have no nothing. Why is it more white folks on welfare than it is black? Why don't y'all let that out? Well, it's too late. We let the truth be told. All right.
So brothers, y'all can reach out for me. I want y'all to reach out for me. Now, I'm segueing into the next conversation. Colin Kaepernick. The young brother stood up, even though he kneeled down. He stood up.
That's right.
And he said, enough is enough. Enough of the killings, enough of the police killings. You know, he put his career on the line for black people.
That's right.
He's being blackballed throughout the NFL, and I played in the league before, and I know what it is when a team when you get blackballed, no other team will touch you because they deem you uncoachable. He put his career on the line not because he wasn't a good quarterback, not because he couldn't control the team, but when the white owners felt that he was making a statement to change the idea, the way black athletes should be thinking. This is for the black athletes. I'm telling y'all, what Colin did was open a door for you to have negotiating power to control the destiny of the NFL.
Are you aware of what they're doing over there in Dallas?
We're gonna talk about that.
Yeah.
We're gonna talk about that race.
Uncle Tom.
Yeah. And so, Dak, so to my black brothers out here in the NFL, y'all brothers need to shut the system down. Y'all need to go on strike. Y'all need to stand behind this brother because it's just like this. It could be you next.
It's gonna be you next.
Something could happen to you that affects you, and you say, hold up, wait a minute. I got all this money, power, and fame, and they still treat me like a dog.
That's right.
It's been black athletes in the last couple of years who have been mistaken identity,
shot, murdered, all that.
Who have been shot, detained, beat up, and all sorts of wicked things have happened to our black athletes. You have the power to shut the system down. If y'all all collectively stood together and decided that it ain't gonna be no NFL season until Colin Kaepernick is signed by a team so that he can continue his career in the NFL. Colin, not only did he kneel down, but he stood up. He stood up for all the black athletes across this country because he experienced the problems. He saw the problems. He quit looking the other way.
That's right.
Y'all black men out here, y'all athletes, man, y'all got all this money. Y'all driving the Lamborghinis. Y'all supposed to reap the success. But you're reaping that success.
At what cost?
At the cost of black athletes in the black community who support you and buy your stuff. All the black dollars that are spent coming to the game, watching the games, buying food, buying your jersey, paying your bills. It's your responsibility to stand up and stop the foolishness. The league cannot run if you don't play.
That's right.
If you shut it down, we won't have these problems because then they'll say, oh, you won't have the problem of a racist owner like Jerry Jones, who just called y'all property and y'all his niggas. Jerry Jones is a racist owner who said that if his players don't stand up to the Pledge of Allegiance to a country that hate black people, listen to the third verse of the national anthem. Y'all that check that out, the third verse of the national, look it up. And it talks about the land of the free and the home of the slaves.
That's what it's talking about.
That's what it's talking about. And if you all knew that, if you learned that in school, which I learned that in school, that's why I've never stood up. I'm not pledging allegiance to nothing but God.
That's it.
That's it. When I became conscious, I never put my hand over my heart. I never, as a kid, 6 years old, I never pledged allegiance to the flag because I asked my mama why. Why would I pledge allegiance to something that hate us? Mama? Mama and daddy, why should we pledge allegiance to a country that killed black people? This was the questions I was asking my mama now. Why? Mama, why do we have to go into the back door? Because we was raised in Arkansas.
Mm-hmm.
Mama, why do we have to go to the back door and get our food? Why do we have to go to a separate bathroom just to pee?
Mm-hmm.
Mama, why do when we downtown, when white folks come around, we have to stand off the sidewalk and put our head down and not look at them out of the eye? Mama, why?
Mm-hmm.
That's what our children is asking why right now.
That's right.
We got to address this.
We need answers, Dave.
Our brothers and sisters out here, the athletes, man, y'all come back. Don't think it ain't gonna happen to you. Don't let the thought that continue in your mind, I done made it. You ain't made it. You got relatives out here suffering. Not that they need nothing from you, but they're suffering because you won't stand up.
Mm-hmm.
I know y'all do. I do too. That's why I'm standing up.
Yep.
I'm asking our athletes, support Colin Kaepernick. I don't care what it costs.
Kaepernick.
Well,
no, Kaepernick, man. Kaepernick.
Well, Kaepernick.
Yeah.
Y'all know who I'm talking about.
Right.
Y'all got to support this brother.
Yep.
Get behind him. Shut it down.
Mm-hmm.
That's all you got to do. Take the chance. They need you more than you need them.
That.
You have to realize that.
Right.
Y'all, come on, black people, man. We need y'all. We need y'all brothers. We need y'all preachers to get out the church, get out the four walls. Y'all on the line. We need y'all. We need y'all brothers to come back and do what LeBron did, open up the schools. We need y'all. If y'all stood together strong in solidarity, the police will stop killing us.
That's right.
Black police officers, stop looking the other way. I'm sure some of y'all done lost relatives and they got y'all thinking that all y'all kids is bad and they deserve to die.
That's not true.
That's not true. They don't deserve to die, but they deserve for you to stand up.
That's right.
They need us. They looking for us. We too busy doing everything else.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, LeBron. You looking this way.
Yep. Thank you.
Thank you for all the athletes that's doing something for us. Because if we don't, who will?
No.
We're going to have to wrap it up, Coach. I want to thank everybody for listening to the show. I want you to share the show. Share with the athletes that you know and your family. And I know, brothers, y'all out here, y'all going to catch the show. Get it around. Brothers, reach out for us at the Living and Driving While Black Foundation. Living conditions and driving conditions are the worst for black people on the face of this planet. And that's what this foundation addressed. We are a true civil rights organization. We've been on the front line for over 15 years now. We're not taking no prisoners. If we come to your house, if you don't get right, we tear it down and we rebuild it. Coach, your last words.
Well, you know what, Dave? I think I like this one of the best shows that we did. I think our producer Earl will agree with that.
Oh man, Earl is the bomb.
He lets us let the truth be told. So this one of those shows y'all need to really take your time and look at the show and think about the things that we're saying, because we're not downgrading anybody.
No,
we trying to uplift. So we're not trying to offend nobody. We don't want you to take it the wrong light. We want to give you the real light. So let's stand up and let's hold hands and let's do this.
Thank you, Coach. I want to say this too, before I say my last words. There's an epidemic in the healthcare world. The epidemic is the seniors. The seniors in our community are not educated about how to use the Medicare, Medicaid products. They do not understand how to use their benefits in conjunction with their pensions. They do not understand a lot of stuff about the insurance world. D. Lowry and Associates, we're out here. We are advisors, insurance advisors. We are honest. We have integrity, and we sit down with people and we get them to understand on how to use these insurances. There's no cost for our service. So if you have a loved one who might be in a plan that's not good for them, if you have a senior who's struggling trying to make ends meet, paying for health care, they don't have money, call us and we will help them find money. We will explain to them the uses and how to use their Medicare benefits and how Medicaid and Medicare works, so they're not running around doing things, spending money, paying hospital bills and stuff like that they really don't have to pay.
Give me your number, Dave.
Because they don't understand the plans. Our number at D. Lowry and Associates, 708-663-5262, 708-663-562. Open enrollment is coming up October 1st through October 15th through December 7th. So call us and we can help your people navigate the plans. These are my last words. Black people, we on this show and we are talking about solutions, and we are trying to open your eyes, our eyes, about what we're facing. The war rages on. And as I've been alluding through this whole show, our children is calling for us. We can no longer say after what you, if you hear this today and you understand what these children are saying, if you really care about our children and our family, you can no longer sit on the sideline and say you don't know what the problem is. We've expressed the problems from them. So we need you. I'm asking brothers to inbox me on Facebook. My number 708-663-5262. I'm asking brothers to call me. We finna put things together so that we can stop the killing and stop the violence in the black community. But I can't do it by myself. First, I need God, and I need you. You're listening to IntellectualRadio.com. I'm your host, David L. Lowry Jr. The name of the show is Let the Truth Be Told. Let the truth be told. It'll move your soul. I'll see you next week. God bless you and be safe.
I'm married to the truth. I'm married to the truth.